Hopefully not the weekend. Hopefully he's able to figure something out to be able to run on Sunday, but we won't see Skylar Castor here in this C-main event.
Yeah, we only saw him in the time tiebreaker. That's the only chance that we've had the 17 car to be at speed. So the Endicott Trucking C-main for the open division is next. That'll do it for C-mains, but we have 4 B-mains. And, these are high-pressure moments, right? These are elimination races, Elijah. The pressure gets even more. I'd say a dozen degrees and then some more in the B-main because it's the final step to get to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, it definitely amplifies things the closer you get to feature time. And then come Sunday afternoon, those Sunday afternoon B-mains and A-main events, man, those are pressure cooker situations for sure. Lights are out, though, here in this Sportsman C-main event. Looks like 8 of the 11 cars have made the call. 6 of them will transfer into the B-main. Here we go. It'll be Chris Miranda jumping out to the early race lead in 23. Miranda, in his Red Buff Outlaws debut, will lead lap number 1 of the Sportsman C-main event ahead of Chris Renaud.
Yeah, it's a good start for Miranda right now. Holding the 6th and final transfer position to 25 with Jesse Harris, Berigny, and Gregory trail him. Berigny sees the 25 as, man, what a battle. 3rd, 4th, and 5th is kind of a dicey situation here. They're all in transfer spots. They got to be careful.
Got to be careful, but also the difference between finishing 6th and winning one of these lower mains is 3 rows.
Sure.
So it's a huge thing to try and get as far forward as you possibly can. The 25 of Jesse Harris was trying to get off the bubble. Now he finds himself around in turn number 2. And just like that, Jesse Harris out of a transfer spot and Taylor Berigny into a transfer spot.
A little bit of some wild stuff happening here. Chris Renaud, the 16, has come to a halt in the back straightaway. And Lee in the 45 out of sorts in turn number 1.
Yeah, I thought that they had already raced back to the yellow, and then it turns out they were still coming back around. So we lost the 16 of Renaud. He'll drop to the back. The 45 of Monroe Lee also will drop to the back. So a big shakeup here in the running order as Chris Miranda will continue to lead, but now it looks as though Jason Cervera will be 2nd. Taylor Berigny 3rd, and Brad Curtis will be 4th, I believe. Well, just about got the lineup correct here. Chris Miranda leading, then Cervera, Berigny, Curtis, your top 4. Jeremy Gregory will restart in 5th, and Chris Renaud in 6th.
Well, talking about high pressure situations, it's definitely high pressure for some of those drivers that were in some transfer spots, and now, unfortunately, they are not. As the lights go out, we're expecting to go green on turn 4 this time by.
Slow pace set by your leader, Chris Miranda, as we go into the restart zone. And back to green. Miranda had to get off the throttle getting into 1 to pull the hand up and flip the visor back down. He forgot to shut the visor coming back to green. He's able to do that and maintain the race lead as we continue on up front.
Renaud still has 6th, but he's got Gregory. Renaud definitely trying his best to get off the bubble, but Gregory and Berigny, they're getting after it. Now Berigny on the hot seat.
Oh, Jesse Harris. Oh, my word. We got 2 of them upside down. And Jesse Harris may need to find the closest possible hiding place because Taylor Berigny is not going to be thrilled after that one.
In fact, we're going to be having a Shasta Realty Group instant replay, and just want to double check with what I saw in live time if that's what actually happened or if it's just been that long of a day as Berigny gets beside the 25 of Harris here. Oh,
he's trying to
touching the tire and saying,
trying to smooth things over here.
There we go.
There we go.
It's all good. Those are the fists you want to have contact with, not your face.
Well, good job there by both drivers, honestly. To the 25 Jesse Harris, kind of new to the sport, trying to make something happen to get into a transfer spot, and that's the kind of thing right there that he's going to learn from. And good on Taylor Bereni for rolling up alongside of him, giving him the fist bump there also, as we'll take a look here at the replay to see exactly what happened. You see Bereni, and then coming into the screen quickly was the 25 of Jesse Harris, and just got a little overzealous there, racing for a top 6 position. And Harris tried to get to the inside of him, but just not quite able to make it happen. And that was a hard hit. Lucky for both of them that there isn't more damage on both of those cars. Not ideal.
No. And it's good that they were able to sort things out. I mean, because in the grand scheme of things, you want to not be dismissed due to repercussions of, let's just say, retaliatory behavior, especially on night number 1, right? Big picture, I think, is the big lesson.
Yeah, and that was 2 yellows on the 25 of Jesse Harris, so his race does come to an end. And that'll leave us with 7 cars for 6 spots in just 3 laps remaining here in this race. So the 45 of Monroe Lee going to be on the bubble in that 6th spot. Taylor Bereni will have an opportunity to try and race his way back into a top 6 position, even after getting upside down here in this one.
Expecting to see the green flag out of turn number 4 this time around. 9 laps complete, 3 to go in this Sportsman C main. Only one more C main left in today's program. As the green is out, back underway. Oh boy, Gregory getting a little out of shape. Bereni in the 1T trying to come back and get back in the top 6, but battling with Monroe Lee the second.
Oh, and Monroe Lee going to go around in turn number 1. That's going to be, I think, the 2nd yellow for Monroe, and the yellow flag is out. And with just 1 lap remaining here, I believe we have locked down our 6 transfer cars. And we'll likely go green-white checker here. We will. 2 laps to go to determine the finishing order for these top 6. So it is still important to allow these drivers to race for these positions as they can move forward and improve their starting spot in the next race.
Yeah, because if you win, you're starting 11th, and if you get 6, you're going to be starting 16th.
Yeah, and as we've already seen in this race, anything can happen. So we saw Chris Renaud was running in the 2nd spot and had his issues and fell back out of a transfer spot, now guaranteed to transfer out of this one, but he is looking to get back up there to the front and try and move forward. If he can pick up 2 more spots, that'll move him a row forward in the lineup for the next one.
Yeah, 12th is a lot better than 14th. As green-white checker, GWC coming at you.
Back underway, Chris Miranda's led since the drop of the green. He's going to come to the white flag. 1 more lap around for the 23 machine of Chris Miranda. The bottom in 3 and 4, Jason Cervera trying to get to his inside, but Miranda wins it. Jason Cervera 2nd, Brad Curtis 3rd, Chris Renaud 4th, Jeremy Gregory 5th, and Taylor Bereni in 6th will also transfer. So done for the afternoon. Monroe Lee the 2nd, Jesse Harris, Kevin Town, Bob Lee, and Skylar Castor. We should see them all later, or on Sunday, in one of the lower main events Sunday afternoon.
Endicott Trucking C main for the open division, ready to come out. 12 laps with the top 6 surviving. 7th on back have to try things again tomorrow. 24P out of Chico. That is Tanner Pettit starting inside pole. While his counterpart to the outside, the 77 from Reading, Braden Williams.